What does Ted look like without his hat on? Believe it or not, there's a mohawk under there. Big mohawk. Big punk rocker in his previous life. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's time for another streaming weekend. Of course, we're kicking things off with a whole lot of Phobies. Maybe we'll do some variety, but we'll see how the weekend treats us. Speaking of random thoughts, so I've been working on a new logo that I actually kind of like. I might pop it in the subscriber Discord. Been following for almost exactly 2 years. Nice. Nice. Getting those nice round numbers. 1 month from now, I'll make Blinky my trademark. But yeah, I've been working on potentially a new Random's Thoughts logo, which I actually really like. I'm just debating whether to go a slightly different route. I might post the preview in the subscriber Discord, see what people think. Get some feedback on Chomper's brand new look, we'll say. Got a couple cool things, but aside from that, let's talk some Phobies news for a second. So if people haven't seen it, and by the time this goes up on YouTube, this will be old news, but I think it was Pocket Gamer? Yeah, it was Pocket Gamer, did a article. Now, I haven't read it completely myself yet. I just saw it posted in the official Phobies Discord earlier today. And they did some speculation as to what the different maps meant. Now, obviously, since we've gotten the carnival maps, some of them are more obvious than others. For example, coulrophobia, we talked about. Apparently, this is the quote-unquote irrational fear of clowns, which I still contend. Is it really irrational? Is it really? Is there such a thing as an irrational fear of clowns? Because I feel as though any fear of clowns is justified. The maps in that article, the maps for the first 2 async matches you play against bots. Okay, cool. So it's not actually the regular maps then, dogewhal? Like I said, I didn't look that closely at it yet. I just saw the article go up because I just didn't have time today. I'm only scared of people to take on the job of being a clown. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The school map and the bedroom map? Okay. I mean, to be fair, those ecosystems, those do have, like, there are other maps with that tile set, so. Bowmangle is probably one of the least scary phobies in my opinion, so I take it you haven't watched It or Killer Clowns from Outer Space then. Because then Bowmangles might induce some deep-seated horrifying memories. Quick aside, everybody, before we get into the actual content, I was accepted into the Phobies Content Affiliate Program, the content creator program, you might call it. Shout out to the Phobies team, and thank you for that. But the reason I'm telling you, everybody out there, dear viewer, dear listener, is to let everybody know that I do receive some compensation from the Phobies team as a result of being part of that program. Now, I loved Phobies before, and I still love Phobies now, and I expect I will still continue to love Phobies in the future. So look forward to more Phobies content coming from Random's Thoughts. So now, on with the show. Might induce some horrifying memories. But yeah, clowns are kind of creepy. I don't get the... I mean, to be honest, as movies, I haven't seen the new It. Like the remakes that were... I mean, they're not new anymore, a few years ago. I kind of want to see them, but I mentioned before, my wife is super squeamish. So she will not watch horror movies with me. And it's funny. She says she doesn't like the suspense, like the sense of dread from a lot of horror movies that do it well, where it's like you lead up and you lead up and then you lead up and then there's the big reveal. But there are absolutely movies and things that we've enjoyed together that she loved, that sort of thing. So I think it's just the squeamishness, in my opinion. She won't admit to it, but I'm pretty sure that's it. But I want to see the newer It movies. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, as we talked before, is supposed to be getting another game next year, or a game next year, so it'll be interesting. Plutophobia is the fear of money/currency, so it makes sense why Pluto has all those piggy banks on walls and crypto symbols, why it's called Pluto. Well, it's using that tile set. I mean, one of the first maps, the penny dropped, okay, currency. Crypto, well, the cryptocurrency. So it definitely makes sense. That's pretty... I mean, it seems consistent, and it goes with everything that the Phobies team has done from an attention to detail. Sorry, I got a ping in Discord, so I'm trying to see what this is. Ah, okay. Never mind. Nothing to be worried about. The Phobies team has paid a lot of attention and put a lot of effort into the Phobies themselves, into the maps, into the music, into the lore, what there is, and that's something else I wanted to bring up. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Again, shout out to the Phobies team. I am a content affiliate. They do give me stuff, as you can see up here. My coffee infusion has come in. That was what the ping was about. But I really do appreciate it. Are bad sushi and foul the fear of rotten food? I mean, foul, I could absolutely... I guess both of them. Yeah, I could absolutely see it. Food poisoning is not a joke. It's not a joke. If you've had food poisoning... Yeah, if you know, you know. It is not fun, and it's dangerous. Like it legitimately is dangerous, even in modern times. Obviously, at different points in human history, it probably would have been significantly more dangerous. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So I did want to point out, shout out to the YouTube commenters. I've been getting a lot as of late. Like, there've been in all seriousness, I do try and respond to every YouTube comment that I can. There are some where it's just like, thanks. It's like, okay, you're welcome. Thumbs up, something like that. But if there's something where it's trying to elicit a response or, you know, asking me a question, obviously that would elicit a response. I try and respond. But one of them was somebody, and among other things, people were responding to the Phobies survival guide, which was actually hilarious. And shout out to the Random Slots Discord, which if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the links in the description for the live stream, RTChompGG over on Twitch, or hit up the Discord in the description. That's where you submit games. And obviously people are talking about Phobies and other stuff. But members of the Discord have been pushing the Phobies survival guide and ideas for it. And I think there were actually some hilarious ones that I think are worth reading. So I'm going to pull that up real quick, chat. Let me find it again real quick. I'm scrolling. There's always stuff going on in the Discord. Like, people are always talking about a lot of stuff. So, and of course, my Phobie Finder bot is always popular. So there's always people checking Phobies. But to give you some of the ideas, Razormouth for the Phobie survival guide. This is from True Underdog. I don't know what Underdog's name is in game or on Twitch for that matter, but shout out to Underdog. Razormouth. Find your nearest dirty sock or bad sushi and slap it across the face. Razormouth will be permanently immobilized. It's been proven. AWOL. The mere presence of a nail clipper will make AWOL waddle away with fear. Always have a nail clipper in your pockets. It's proven. What were some other fun? Muffin Top. Non-harmful Phobie. Just give it a hug. I mean, it does have a mouth. Hypothetically, it could bite you, but, you know. There are a number of other ones that I think are really funny. It was actually a pretty solid effort. It was a pretty solid effort. How many more cards do I need for a level 12 jar? 8. 8, apparently. Hey, Kraos, what's good? Rock Swan, welcome. Shout out to everybody else who I didn't explicitly greet. If Stabby needs an upgrade, it does. We actually have enough. There we go. Level 12 Stabby. Here we are. Let's get it. So, chat, let's lead off with a highlight, because we don't get those all that often. So we have a Sivadas highlight. So as mentioned before, I did bring up the game reviews, but if you want to submit highlights too, where you just make a really cool play, and you want to get a little bit of fame or infamy, depending on how you look at it, for your efforts, let me know. Hit up the Random Slots Discord. It says 913, but I'm assuming that was a typo, because this is the right opponent, it looks like. So we'll skim through and try and find the turn. Turn 14 to 15. Summon a beauty, and my next turn I kill it. Oof. Yeah, that's gotta feel bad. Xylo games, I don't really like Xylo, but I'm personally at a disadvantage. Alright, let's take a look at this, and then we'll go back into it. I love the tickles animation, chat. I really do. One more upgrade and Stabby's hitting for 500 hits. Seems good. Stabby's pretty good. Stabby's pretty good. You got double yoinks here for Sivadas. Alright, here's Beauty. I never noticed how Beauty's main body rotates when it moves. Beauty is just weird all around. Alright, so obviously we're getting yoinks here, right? 8 keys. Yeah, this is super dangerous. That guy made a big boo-boo. And the creep is the finisher. Oh my god. I mean, it isn't technically the finisher. Isn't technically the finisher. This is one of those big feel-bad moments. Our hero here is Sivadas in the blue trunks. We're going to watch the bad guy's turn because there's a key core component to this particular highlight play that happens. And it's coming up just momentarily. So I talked about it as we're live streaming this, but you can see the Beauty with its creepy movement sliding all the way up here on Xylo. But bad guy, you've just made a big mistake. That's 8 keys that you need some value for, but I have bad news. Or rather, Sivadas has bad news, because Aknaughty here, pulling in the yoink, you get a massive hit from this Gravedigger. You, of course, get the lob from Hevo. But I think the special finish ending is really what does it for me. The special finish ending, because you see an Alistor come out, and it's like, alright, but that Beauty's gonna live. Oh, no, it's not. Get a little creepy action. Creepy goes... Well, Creepy just says bye-bye, Beauty. That's pretty good. What was their plan to have Beauty to be there? You got me. I really have no idea. Like, they probably expected... But even if you do... So here's the thing. Like, okay, you get Beauty here. They can't slide up for a line attack here. Like, the heart's not in danger. I guess their plan is it lives and then they invade on the stem or something, but there's a yoink right here. Right here. Like, I got nothing. I don't have any idea why there's Beauty here. Yes, you can assume that it's a level 11 Beauty. It should live, but does that matter? I mean, that's the thing, is you have to assume there's enough damage here. Because it's 350, well, 355, plus this, that's 8, plus almost 4, we'll say 12. Then we'll say, round up to make it another 5, that's 17. So can they get another 900 when they're... Well, they really only need 700 with 8 keys? I guess the thought here is that they probably didn't think about a flying Phobie because they're like, oh, well, they'll be able to put one thing here and that's it. Maybe, like, Jar's not dead, but, 1, 2, 3. But the Snowball is, and of course, there isn't enough room here to really get it in there anyway. The Alistor into anything is probably unexpected, but I just don't see what the expectation is here. Like, it's gonna get clobbered, right? Maybe they thought it lives and then you can just punish their, like, the attempt to not, like, almost kill the Beauty? I don't know. I doubt they thought of Alistor Creep coming out of the vault. But given that Jar is not dead, it could have been Jar and Stairmaster. Actually, yeah, it could have, because it would have been 5-3. There's a lot of things that could come out and deal 700 damage when you're that close to the vault. I don't know. Murderwing, Stairmaster, yeah. There's a lot of things that could come out, so even if, but again, even if you assume, okay, there's just no way they can kill my Beauty, why is it this close? I just don't see any advantage. Like, you have a panic point advantage. Your opponent does not have, like, a 1-key stage to immediately recap the mid or something. I don't know. I don't get it. I guess the thought here, looking at this Inoculus is beat up. So maybe they wanted a body block for the Inoculus, and it's like, oh, well, Beauty will get beat up but survive. Yeah, you can tractor, repeller, Inoculus. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff that could hit it, especially now. I don't know. This seems weird. This seems weird. I think it was probably to protect the Inoculus. The combination of thoughts of, I'm not going to die, and my Inoculus is about to die, let me protect it. I think that's the most likely case. I think that's the most likely case. It's that time. I've been bringing it up on every opportunity that I have. The elections are coming up at the end of this year in the United States, and to be honest, by the time this goes live on YouTube, they possibly have already happened, but I don't see a need to edit it out because the purpose of this is to try and get people engaged with their government, with their country, with democracy in general. Get registered to vote if you are not already registered. If you are registered, or once you get registered, make sure that you exercise your right to vote. Get involved, be knowledgeable, be informed, do your homework on the candidates, who's already in Congress, who's going to be in Congress. That could be federal Congress, that could be state Congress, it could be your local boards, it could be the school boards, it could be the dog catcher, it doesn't matter. All of these positions are important. Why are these important? Because unfortunately, one of the two major parties, namely the Republican Party, are hell-bent on the destruction of the United States of America. They are tearing away at the very foundations and all of the principles that the country is supposed to stand for. You can see it in their rhetoric. You can see it in their actions. You can see it in, well, the base that they cultivate. At the end of the day, it's incumbent on the citizens to be engaged and be involved. That's how democracy works. And it is imperative that everyone gets out there and casts their vote. Secondly, if you have the opportunity, look into charities. They could be local charities, national charities, international charities. Any of them, all of them are important. There are tons of worthwhile causes that are deserving of your time, attention, and resources if you can spare it. Not to say that time isn't necessarily a resource either. And that brings it back. Whether you donate money, whether you are volunteering, or you're donating goods, or doing something else in order to help these charities. It could be local food banks. It could be international efforts. As mentioned, there's tons of different causes. Try and see how you can help out other humans. There's always going to be somebody else in need, because until we live in that perfect utopia that we're all hoping for, we're going to have to put in the work to get there. Try and make things a little bit better for the next person than you had it. That's basically what it comes down to. All right, Chad, we got a second one from Sivadas here. So this is on turn 23 to 24. Kill a Phobie and block the path, or block the only path to panic points with my Gravedigger. This is on the new small map. Let's see. So this is the one that we were labeling as possibly Pluto fixed, which is kind of interesting. I have a few weird games going on. All right, let's see what this is. Oh, baby, wait. So it's actually turn 23. This is actually a play that I thought was going to happen more frequently, chat. Yo, a little block action here. That's a big feels bad for your opponent when they have 0 keys left. Like, look at this. What is your opponent supposed to do here? Couple of melee phobies, ones that aren't exactly sturdy, like Jar and AWOL. Or creep. Access denied is right. Here we go. We got another Sivadas highlight coming in, and this time on one of the new carnival maps. But we got a little access denied gaming going on, as you'll see shortly, because this is something that I knew was going to happen. How often it's going to happen, I'm not sure. But we do see a takedown on, I guess, the carnival namesake and Bo Mangles. And then, of course, Gravedigger does the classic building the castle. A little access denied. And that's got to be a feels bad from bad guy right here. I mean, look at this, chat. This is actually pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Like I said, I kind of expected that that was going to happen at some point. When you have these choke points, it's just inevitable, right? That's what people are going to go for. Why didn't creep hit the statue? I imagine tilt at that stage. I don't know if I wasn't looking to see if that was async or not. So chat, I think I'm going to miss out on another sale. I don't think I'm going to do this one, but there is another sale. I don't know if I'm going to do this. Honestly, when I got the other one, which was the, like, $10 one that gave me a week worth, like, this might be, well, no, it was only, like, I forget what it was. Because it was a terrifying pack in, like, a week, so it definitely was less than this. Maybe it was, like, $1. You just got the Tsunami coffee deal? I should have gotten that one, I think. And again, content affiliate, they give me stuff. But this is my honest opinion about it. I don't know about this one. Although I will say, because DT has said this on many occasions, so have many other people, that the subscription, or in general, the XP boosts seem to be worth it, because I absolutely, as people were pointing out that my stabby needed leveling, there's a lot of things with levels, and yes, well, I had 23k and I upgraded the stabby. But I usually mention this, hey Gabe, what's good? I usually mention this when we're talking about pack openings, which will be due for in a couple days from now, well, day after tomorrow. When we do the pack openings, it often comes up, hey, it takes me like 500,000 XP to go like 2 levels. And yes, I'm pretty close now to hitting the next upgrade to get more XP and more cards from Jax and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's still a lot. Like, it's a lot. And I don't know exactly all the numbers for this to figure out the exact math to scale everything. But the problem is, it just takes a lot. And I think that is going to be the big holdup for a lot of people. You just straight up won't be able to climb the stress ladder, as in stress levels, not necessarily the ladder, because you're going to be short on XP. Like, that's a thing. You're probably going to acquire the majority of the Phobies. I mean, I'm already arguably most. You know, it's the same sort of thing. Wait, what was the question? Is Murder Wing the only Phobie that has an ability that does more damage? No, I mean, chat's pointing it out. Snowball has one. Yeah, Boss, I think, does the same amount of damage. It's just distributed differently. I assume Blast-o-matic does. Yeah, it does more damage with its ability. There's a handful. There's a handful. Yeah, Jin Sting. Generally, I think Sheep does as well. Yeah. It's not uncommon for them to be even, like Temptress here, but it isn't out of the ordinary either to have them be different. No, I mean, is it the only one that does nothing else? I don't follow what you mean. Oh, you mean like they just have a damage ability with no side effects? Just like one big attack. That's a good question. So specifically an ability with no extra effects. Does this count? I don't know if you count the AoE on this as... Because I see Taco saying no AoE. This is a line attack, so if we're ignoring AoE, then we probably ignore line attacks. Mildred's an AoE. I feel like there is one, but maybe that's not the case. Maybe they all have different variations of AoE or line or chain or stuff like that. Because, like, both of these have AoEs attached to them. This is an AoE. Leaps are a displacement. Werewolf technically, but it doesn't do damage. It gains damage, but that isn't a damage-based ability. Cassowary, well, I'm including leaps as an extra effect. Yeah, it also boosts HP, as DT's pointing out, so that doesn't quite fit the criteria. This doesn't do damage, but it is just a straight damage increase. Depending on how you want to look at Gonzo Bonzo. I'd say booms, but they're AoE. Yeah, a lot of the other ones, it doesn't look like there's any single target ones other than that. Leap also does the same damage as normal attack. True. Also true. If I'm skipping over one, chat, correct me. Let's jump into the arena. Get in right away. Oh, baby. And we're on my favorite map. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh, my God. Wait, what? I'm sorry, what? Chat, I don't know what the hell's happening right now, but I'm concerned. If you count Mildred since its ability is an attack, but Mildred is an AoE also. So that also rules it out, given the criteria that we're assigning. So they banked up to 9. This could, like, be a Hevo 3.0. This map is like getting punched in the dick 10 times. I mean... Oh, baby! What? What? Gee, what? Chat, somebody is just showing off. Somebody's just showing off. Yeah, right, Luffy? Pac-Man is known for dropping Elo deliberately, so might just be messing around. Oh, is this a known... I didn't recognize this person's name. Here's my Akira, gotta skedaddle. Sorry, guys, gotta go! I just want to show Akira for when I inevitably pull... Oh, it's not even going to show the Akira! Oh, that sucks! You can't see the Akira in the replay! Oh, that sucks, chat. You can't... I wanted to put up the Akira so people could see it. Womp wah. So the real question is, did that game count towards my totals? It did, because I'm pretty sure I was 4 games off. I gotta get 3 more games in before the rollover. I don't think any of my async games are close. Yeah, that was Pac-Man. Pac-Man something. I'm actually... So this may be gaming the system, I guess, but I'm trying to drag out any active async games until season rollover. I want to get to my 142 and then stop. I don't want to roll, because then it's arguably wasted. So if I get all of them up to like the next to last turn, I get to jump on the next season. And it's just like, I hate to put it this way, but we've talked about it on many occasions. It's work to try and climb, like, get the 142 games. So I'm trying to minimize my workload. A little Linkin Park action in the chat. Honestly, the one play, if I had had the Spider Advance, I'm curious how that game plays out, because our opponent may have gone for it. They might not have. What if they're a Phobie that either add or changes the attributes of a Phobie, aka poison, disease would be added or changed? So, like, basically Gonzo, but gives something disease on their basic attack. Is that what you're saying, Forgo? Stream Snipe Gaming? Why? I did get one of them. I did get one of them. Hey, Kuros. Nah, no problem. I don't know if you heard it. I made a mistake the turn that you Heartbreakered. I meant to move the spider up to threaten the Heartbreaker, because then you couldn't deal with... Like, I was killing Heartbreaker one way or the other, but then I just didn't move it up. So, whoops. You wanted to go paddles? What for? I got the Ted avatar, I think, Doge. I think I got the Ted avatar. There needs to be a button to just go to the end, because this is way too long. This is stupid. Yeah, we got the Ted avatar. He does have a nice smile here. His smile in-game, like on the actual Ted card and model, not quite so good. Who wins? A rock monster, a giant leech, a voodoo doll, or a mummified worm? It's a good question. Paddles with Smiley? Fair. That's fair. Teddy Ted? Apparently the leech does win. Right, baby? Oh, the dog is out. She's on the couch, and she is just unconscious. She didn't even open her eyes. She didn't even open her eyes, chat. You just got Numbskull today. Is it actually good? I haven't used it yet. Oh, looks like we're only going to play one person tonight. Sounds like all the puppies are tired. Yeah, I probably should have tried Graylien on that map. Numbskull is marked as not safe for work. What? Yo, wait, what? I don't know if Kuro's trolling us right now. What is happening? It would have told me if the message was, like, banned on Twitch, so I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Numbskull's, like, Twitch is censoring it? Because that seems bizarre at best. Huh. I've never heard of that before. It's just a head grab. When did you get Graylien? I thought you didn't have it. I literally got it this week. Like, I had bought one of the deals and then popped it out of a pack. I think it's only, like, I don't think I got any extra level ups for it. So I got whatever the base amount is, which I think is 3. Incoming Chad Muffin Top. I mean, I kind of like this plan from Kuro right now. This is interesting. This is definitely interesting. I like it. $242. We're actually going to be just short with the bees splash. It's not actually going to be enough damage. There is a, I want to say mature mode, but that's not what it's called. There is a setting on Twitch that, like, filters what they consider profanity, and I have no idea what constitutes that list, but it is a thing. More HP is most important aspect for it, but it works just fine even under level because we all know what its purpose is. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It would be nice to have it leveled up enough that it could hypothetically survive as opposed to 7 keys to 100% trade kind of thing. I mean, Numbskull is an insult. Like, calling someone a Numbskull is an insult. But it's not a... like... it sounds like Looney Tunes. You know what I mean? It's not one that's commonly used at all, and it's also not commonly, like, I don't know. It's just weird to me that it's there. I don't know what Koro is doing here. Are we getting trolled here, chat? Yeah, Kuro might be memeing, I'm not sure. What's funny is the damage that we did to this is probably all going to get healed off. But it is what it is. Forgot I wanted boom where AWOL is? Okay, Kuros. I mean, that makes sense. That's why I said Graylin would be good for the previous game, because before their Hevo, there wasn't enough damage to get Graylin killed. You could have yoinked Crushmore. Yeah, but Crushmore wasn't the big deal. I mean, Crushmore mattered. Crushmore mattered. But the big threat was trying to dance around Heartbreaker, and I think the answer to Heartbreaker is I need to just go in. Like, I have to get in there and get on my opponent's stuff, because otherwise it's just not enough. Thanks to 9, huh? So what is the big thing? Are we gonna get another Heartbreaker game? Yeah, you were definitely max. It's just the 9 keys is obviously scary. Okay, it's Heartbreaker again. It's a level 9. I didn't check the level last game because it kind of didn't matter. What's funny is the boom can free up space if ooh, it's a Chuck. All right. All right. I see you. That might have been a misclick. I don't know, like, depending on your collection, they could have been right next to each other, kind of thing. It's my boy. And they have a plethora of 1-drops to, you know, free up space if needed. Hey, Scrungle. I like the art. I like the ideas. I'm debating whether... Because Off-Topic was originally intended to be... And this is not a problem. Like, I don't care that people are using it for other stuff. But it was originally going to be, if general is, you know, people talking about whatever, obviously, then Off-Topic was supposed to be like, okay, here are the quote-unquote serious topics, the super serial things. And then... Do we go Spider? You can hit this twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't hit here. I think we're going to go sheep and try. But Off-Topic was supposed to be... And again, this is not a problem that people are utilizing it like this. The more, quote-unquote, serious topics, the things that, you know, if people want to check out, we'll say, or we're talking about either politics or other... quote-unquote serious things. I assume that's how people are going to use it. It's fine that people do not. Like, it doesn't matter. But if it makes more sense, if enough people have, you know, their own custom Phobie ideas that they want to share stuff, I'm fine with creating another channel for that. So we should have moved the jar up. Because if I move the sheep here, I think it dies. Because we'll say like a 600 hit from a meatball, plus another 5 is 11, plus the 1,000 from this, like, it's dead. I think what we want to do is this. Maybe we leave this here. I think that's fine. This might be okay. Muffin has a gun. Our channel seems good. I'm probably going to be using a lot or either not at all. It's 50-50. Fair. That's completely reasonable. This is kind of what I was afraid of, because now, like, the sheep is arguably useless. But it does deter the chuck from coming in, so again, we're trying to, like... We're just kind of messing with our opponent's tempo. I mean, I can walk this back and go on the spa. It also blocks the muffin from coming in, which I kind of didn't want. I think it would have been better to have this, like, where the gin sting is, but then I couldn't hit this. Muffin should have been named Diabetes. Maybe that's the phobia. Maybe that's a phobia. If you melt ice cream, wouldn't it technically be a milkshake? I mean, maybe. I legitimately don't know. That's not my... I'm not into... I don't really like much ice cream nor milkshakes. Feeling tired and sleepy for no reason lately? I mean, I usually know why I am, but I have been as well, Onda, so I feel you. So if this moves up... Yeah, we can't. We have to put it there. If this moves up, we can connect with it. 1, 2... Yeah, if that moves up, we can connect with it. Do you think Gonzo should be nerfed? It's a turret and a portable stim seems like too much. I haven't seen it enough, truthfully. I don't know that it needs to be. Level 30 Sucky is just Cerberus with Leaf. I mean, yes, but if you assume that they're not level 30, if they're at level 30 also, it's a little less enticing. We can talk about that after the game, Erk, but I'm not sure it needs to be. Right now, the biggest thing for me is the displacement effects. I think all of them are just... They're all just really, really strong. And that's the thing. Chad, I'm not lying. I kind of want to Russell this game. Russell is not good here because I don't think it's going to do a damn thing. But it would be funny. Like, if we Russell, we're hitting this, Sucky, and Klepto, and these two are just going to easily rotate on the spot. It's literally 8 keys for, like, nothing. Go on, Russell's Jimmy's. It just doesn't do anything. Otherwise, I seriously, like, it's going through my head. I'm not going to do it yet. We're just going to stage a 1 key. Well, this doesn't actually get me anything because it can't reach this next turn, so staging it doesn't do anything. I have room to rustle. Fallow Peschetti seems more reasonable. I agree. Like, Fowl is usually my answer to Chuck. Fowl is usually my answer to Chuck. I went with Sheep just to kind of try it this game, but I don't... I'm of the opinion that Sheep is just not that good. Very rarely does it ever matter. It's frequently just bad. I may have painted myself into a corner here with this. That's 1,000, 1,100. Then you have to hit it with something else. Be in range. That's still not good for us. Poisonous Bird and Robot Space Spaghetti? What? Sheep is honestly mediocre? I don't even think it's mediocre. I think Sheep is actively bad. I think it's kind of a trap. Because you look at Sheep and you think, oh, there's so much value I could get out of this. All I have to do is have the stars align. Can't lose. I think I lose this one. I'm in a really bad position right now. Sheep scares low ranks. As soon as you unlock healing phobies, you realize that Sheep doesn't do a damn thing. Plus, positioning allows you to just be in a better spot. You know, like, you can outposition a Sheep. Sometimes you can't, but most of the time I think you can. Yeah, that's not enough.
I needed that.
If we don't go for this, we never will. I think my positioning leaves much to be desired. Like, there had to have been a better setup than this. Honestly, I'd move the Sheep up, but... Leprechaun the Chuck Norris? What? It's supposed to be GG as in good game. There was a trend for a long time of StarCraft streamers and other competitive gamers that would have... like, GG at the end of their name. So that was the intent. That was the intent. Get good. So I think Kuro is going to avenge their losses from the last stream, because I think we played Kuro a few times in a row the last time well, maybe not the last time, but recently. People eat interesting things the world over, Taco. Did I unlock Yeti yet? No, I'm not even halfway. I'm not even halfway. I have no idea why Kuro allowed this to happen, unless they're thinking it doesn't matter, which is not unreasonable.
I feel like we've connected.
It's not unreasonable. So this is 1,000, 2,000, 21, and 5. I don't think this should die. Emphasis on the should not. You forgot to move Chuck up? Oh, yeah. You had initially done it, so I wasn't really paying attention, and that's when I said, why did they let me do this, but... Yeah, I don't know if Daisy's the right choice, but I kind of just wanted to go Daisy, because I could. You just have to run away? I can't. They will race me at this point. So I have to present threats in order to force Kuro to interact with me. I knew that was going to happen. That was intentional. What's my stress level right now? Like 63 or 64? I might have miscalculated this, but I think between the poison and everything, we should be okay. Yeah, we lucked out on this because Kuro was running out of time. GG. GG, Kuro. But yeah, Kuro mentioned that they had mistakenly left the Chuck there. Otherwise, I don't think I can win, honestly. Like, if you go back and look at this scenario, I know there were a couple things that we said we were going to talk about after the game that I already forgot, but, I think the mistake here, like, I was fine even when the Chuck came out, but Sheep, as we talked about, I think is just bad. I think Sheep is bad. Sheep was not the answer here. The turn I created Sheep, we had 6 keys. I should have banked and just pulled back and set up basically so that they have to come in and I chip away at the 1 keys and then go from there. The only reason I win this game is literally because I think Kuro misclicked. Because this turn. Because, like, look at this positioning. I can't advance without basically losing everything, right? And if I wait any longer, we saw I was down to roughly 2k health. I was screwed. The only was this turn. Kuro had just forgotten to move the Chuck or whatever, so the Sheep connected with 3 things. Ah, we got a challenge. We got a viewer challenge. You attack instead of moving there? Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that's just a misclick. It's not like... Those sort of things, it annoys me when I have those losses because, you know, I don't want to lose a game that was quite clearly won. But in this particular case, it was just a matter of, hey, like, it's just a misclick. That's something that can be fixed. So apparently I'm level 64. Yeah, since somebody was asking. All right, Doge, what's the game plan? Are you challenging me or or what are we doing? Oh, I know. I just want to make sure people don't interpret it the wrong way. Ah, the carousel. So this is the new one that came in this week, right? Pretty sure it is. I've not played a game on this map. And I am X-1 against viewers, so the streak has been broken. Looks like dogewhal may have been thinking about this. I hate this map, I swear I do. Why do you hate it? That was one of the things we wanted. I'm going to write it down this time. Likes and dislikes from the carnival. What do we do here? So narrow, you usually can't get many things to connect. It's interesting because of the way, the orientation of the obstacles here. I don't know how many maps we have that have horizontal side-by-side obstacles like this. I feel like most of them are angled, like on a diagonal or vertical. I could be wrong. I was initially trolling, but I wanted to see if I could still win from the position I put myself in. I think you could have, Koros. I think you could have. So this should be safe. This would not be. If we take either of those, it's not safe. Still need a stabby buster. I don't really have something for it yet, so we're just going to do this. It's kind of a generic go-to. Because inside on this map, it can guard 2 panic points relatively safely. I guess if you put it where the cowbell is. But you could say that about any range thing. I mean, Gesundheit's obviously cheaper. I get what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Just bring a bear to fight sheep. A bear can literally beat every phobia in the game. I don't know if Unbearable can beat everything. Not sure. Exactly, because it's cheap. I mean, I like the idea. I like the idea. Oh, we're at level 1. 375, 595. Alright. So this will live. Our opponent banked to 5. They've been moving this around, but it's possible there's a trap like here or here, maybe? I want to bank as well, but this allows us to commit something to the board. This is a trap map. It seems like it. I was thinking about going unicorn to just counter the traps. That's a blinky. And you can lock down the top panic point on the first turn. I'm assuming that's with Gesundheit. Phobie survival guide for Cowbell. Cowbell usually just chilled everyone. He's doing his job guarding the mechanical cows from common danger for these cows. They may chill and all, but the chance for you to not getting killed by the Cowbell is never zero. So the best thing is just be kind to Cowbell. It's true. Be nice to Cowbell. Chad, is this a Charon game? Or should I think I'm just going to go Honey Bear. Okay, never mind. Double trap phobia was get a little dicey there. Get a little dicey. So you kill this, you walk this through by leaping. We'll go to 8. I'm not sure what we want yet. Jeep seems like a nightmare on this map. I could see it. What does Ted look like without his hat on? Believe it or not, there's a mohawk under there. Big mohawk. Big punk rocker in his previous life. like that, Scrungle. I like that one. That's cute. I like that. Somebody must draw a Mohawk Ted. It would be funny. I hope somebody does. It'll be fun. I mean, isn't that... You think that's where Ted and Jill met? At, like, a Blink-182 concert or something? They were at the Warped Tour? That's the girl that Ted fell in love with at the rock show. The hat gives protection according to PVZ logic? Yeah. I mean, Ted can't really see where the hell he's going. And we get yet another Chuck, chat. What's funny is Chuck in Stabby spot is actually super dangerous. That is actually seriously problematic. He fell in love with the girl at the rock show? I can tell you what I want to go, chat, and that was Brony, as I was obviously hovering over it, but we're going to go with Foul. Russell might be okay. Russell might be okay in this situation, but not quite yet. The reason is a Clinico could still ruin our day, and we're not going to be able to dive onto Chuck as easily as I'd like just yet. We can't get on Chuck as easily as I'd like, because we'll poison it, let the poison tick, and then Chuck is still alive. I know chat really wants to see Russell like every game, and I honestly try, but... Don't know, chat. I would like to use Russell more, but it's just not likely most of the time. So we're going to trade 9 keys for 9 keys, because they're going to kill both of these, right? There's just no way that they don't both die. Ted be looking like a shriveled up grape? What? I honestly forgot Cass's 2 keys. What'd you think it was? I think Brony would have been good, relatively easy to hide your own team behind obstacles while activating. I think it would have been okay, DT. Like, I was heavily considering it. The problem is I don't think I can take advantage of it. Like, getting the Brony connection is not the hard part. It's the leveraging the Brony. I'm going to turn it off for a few everything off for a few turns, but... Okay. That's not quite good enough. So the problem here is this can move in, this goes here. And we're not in great shape. If this leeches... How much? Oh god, no. I'm not sure. I feel like these should be farther back. I don't know. What new 9-key Phobie will be if the devs added one? That's a good question, because the ones we have, for the most part, have very unique abilities. Like, they do some cool stuff. Eight. Oh, that's convenient. Ah! Apparently that click didn't register. Yeah, jackalopes. Yeah, we're on the same page. I like the idea of the resurrect here. This will eventually die. It's just going to take time. That would take forever, Taco, poking each one of Blinky's eyes. That would take a long time. So we don't have forever. We only have 5k health. Numbskull for the last phobia. Honestly, I was going to do that, and then I second-guessed myself, and then ran out of time. That's how it goes. I guess it doesn't matter. So we can do this. We are going to go Numbskull just because I want to put it in. I want to use it. Use Numbskull as a mug that holds stuff. Just stick some pens, pencils, and whatever. Oh, God. Haven't had any new 8 keys either. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Honestly, well, we don't know what the, like, Sir Probes-a-lot is going to be. It's possible that Sir Probes-a-lot is a higher key Phobie or something. I had to think about the positioning for a second to make sure that we protect everything. So there's probably a trap in the center. Probes will be 5 keys. How do we know that? But you're right, there is an undiscovered 8. Well, how many stress levels? We only have 2 stress levels left, right? One is Sir Probes a lot, and then the other one is whatever the viral looking stress world is. Is that accurate? When can you challenge a streamer? There is a channel point redemption for it. There's an internal cooldown, just so that way, if I had a bunch of people in here, it wouldn't be non-stop stuff. Poison mech and Sir Pro. Do we know it's a mech? Like, do we have any reason to believe it's a mech? I don't think we've seen any information about it, have we? I might have missed something, so. Oh, yeah, you're right. If we look at it in the collection screen, we can probably tell what it is, right? No way Probes isn't dimensional. I mean, if somebody pointed out before, if you look at the order of the Phobies in the collection screen, I think it'll divulge what type it is. Because they go in sequence. Come on, Doge. Absolutely not necessary. I don't know if you're still in chat. Isn't Probes like an astronaut suit or something? It could be mechanical. I guess. Angry Blinky slapping. We didn't get the activation with Numbskull or the attack, but GG. Well played. Off the losing streak. So, I mentioned in one of the other games because I wanted to ask people and put it out there because in YouTube land, it's going to be probably like a month from now when this video goes up. But, what do people like or dislike about the Carnival release? So far, I don't mind the maps. We've only seen 3 of them. We know there's a bunch more. I don't know. Does anybody know if any of these are the ones that were contest winners or not? I'm not sure. Well, the maps seem okay to me. They're definitely interesting. I think Phobie is my least favorite so far, but I haven't played them enough to really get a full opinion, let alone put in the thought to like really think about it. You like Step Right Up? Step Right Up. I think you said it before, DT. This feels like fixed Pluto. Phobia is bad. It feels kind of silly. It feels like I'm going to hate this the way I hate Moai, where both players are kind of bypassing each other and then just getting on the stem, and it's super difficult to fight. Step Right Up feels fun to play. It seems alright. Seems alright. What about the Phobies, chat? How do you feel about the Phobies so far? I mean, you can keep talking about the maps, but just bringing that up as well. Numbskull I haven't seen too much of. Now that doesn't mean it could be people don't have it, but maybe they just don't like it. I haven't seen the Spadolas that much. I have seen 0 Zombonis. Haven't seen Werewolf. I mean, I've seen them in-game, but I haven't really played against some of these. So when I'm saying I haven't seen it, I haven't matched up against it. And obviously, I don't have all of them. Daisy has been slightly overperforming for my initial impression. Slightly overperforming. You didn't, DT? Somebody was saying it. I don't remember who it was. Step Right Up is a contest winner, my new favorite small map. Alright, alright. One strat I've come up with is sending Ray Chargels to the stim on Kura to defend my heart, and it actually survives. That's interesting. I mean, I guess you could hype it. It's probably the cheapest significant flyer. I mean, Ray Chargels is still kind of made out of paper, right? Adrophobia made that map? Okay. People who have numbskull have them under level, and the low levels that do have them aren't close enough for you to see them. That's fair, Scrungle. I mean, that's logical. I would expect that a lot of the new phobies, and somebody pointed this out in the official Discord at one point that said, hey, can we get more stuff to bring things into a reasonable level? Because getting a new phobie when you're at higher sum of all fears, it's like you got nothing. Because you're not going to be able to, just by the way the system works, you're not going to upgrade it for so long. You know, picture, what do you start with? Level 3, I think? So if I got an Alistor tomorrow and it goes to level 3, great, I got an Alistor. But all my stuff is like level 10, level 11, level 12. Most of my stuff. I mean, not all of it, but, you know, anything that I care about is this higher level. Now, granted, something like a Brony or Hevo or whatever have abilities, but if you're just looking for stat sticks, which is kind of what the category Numbskull goes into, to a degree, again, it's a one-drop, but, you know, imagine some of the other phobies. If you're looking at them from a numbers perspective, it's going to take time to make them relevant. It's going to take time to make them relevant, and I just don't... I hope the Phobies team does something to address it, because we've talked on many occasions about how punishing the economy can be, and this is just one other facet of it. So chat, should we do some variety tonight? Because I did download, because somebody's talking about corn in chat for some reason, which reminds me of I don't know if people know I guess it's a GIF of, there's a kid at like a fair, and he's all excited about corn, so somebody put it to a jingle. And the reason that matters is I downloaded, because it released today on Game Pass, Scorn, which somebody redubbed that like little jingle from corn to scorn, and it's a little creepy. It's a little creepy, but it's funny. The game is creepy. It's very Geiger-esque. Like, if you recall how the alien hive in Alien or Aliens looks, that's what it reminds me of. It's another spooky game. I saw the score and thought, it is creepy. It's so far just gross. I've literally not encountered an enemy yet. But I would start it up, like I would create a new save. So we'll bring it up as we go through. I want to make sure, you know, we got to give Phobies our due. Do you happen to know Renamon's name in the Discord? I don't know. But I think Forgo is here. Forgo is Renamon, aren't they? I don't know if Forgo was definitely here earlier. Okay, yeah, so there you go, Scrungle. Your apology has been presumably witnessed. Witness me! Everybody remember when that was a meme? I've talked about it before, but I don't really like, or did not really like, Fury Road. I still want to rewatch it. But, in the meantime, we're not talking about Fury Road. We're talking about our hero here in the blue trunks on Opticon, which actually is rotated out already. And that is tacobulldog. Taco here is starting off with an interesting opener. The notes here are, I am the Jeeves Master. Alright, Jeeves on this map? Alright, there's a lot of choke points. I can see it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, chat, we might do some variety tonight. I don't know. Let me know if you want to see it. I do want to try Chivalry offline first before I try and do it. Thanks for reminding me Opticon is out. Are you happy about that, Rock Swan, or unhappy? Jesus, wait, what? Turn 2 Blasto. Alright. Okay. Things are happening, chat, and we got the Bushwhackers, or Conor McGregor, as Luffy always likes to call him. Am I dating myself by bringing up the Bushwhackers? Does anybody have any idea what I'm talking about when I bring that up? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no. Time out. Chat. This might be the thumbnail. Because, like, I have to position it so I can get the thumbnail. Like, I understand what's going to happen here. Yeah, we're talking about some super high-level tech, chat. This is super high-level tech. The turn 2 Blasto into sushi play is a little-known strategy, but it goes back to the ancient texts. The ancient texts. The prophecy is about to be fulfilled. What that prophecy is, I don't have the first fucking clue. But anyway, chat, I love Phobies. In all seriousness, I have to say that I am a content affiliate, like I'm literally required to. And it's important to let people know because it does oh my god, we're getting a friggin' laser already. Bwom! It's important to let people know that, like, if you... Because hypothetically, I could be influenced by them giving me stuff, right? It's important for people to know when they make their own decisions. But I love Phobies. And it's hilarious to see some of these things happen. I love the standard games where it's just, okay, yeah, we're playing good Phobies, we're making the right decisions, and it's all these high-level technical things and dances around this play and that play, and ensuring that my opponent 6 turns from now can't do this. But sometimes you just see some weird-ass stuff. And turn 2 Blasto into turn 3 Sushi? Like, okay. And Sushi is memed so much to the point where I laugh uncontrollably if someone uses it. It's funny because I am legitimately of the opinion that there aren't any bad Phobies. It's just more or less situational. Now, I call them bad, and we've had this discussion before. I call them bad because, to me, by definition, if they are super duper niche, they're worse than alternatives. But, by the same token, sometimes that's the Phobie you need. I just don't know what the scenario for bad sushi is yet. I love Phobies, especially seasonal packs, and then it brings such joy and excitement that rarely any other game does. Well, I'm glad it does, Irk. I'm glad it does. The whole point of the game is fun, and I do beat up on Phobies for their economy a lot, and I think it absolutely should. But the thing is, to me, and there's some still weird stuff going on. That's why I'm pausing this, because I want to get this point out. Maybe we'll talk about it after the game. But if you love something, you need to be able to criticize it. You can't just be all in and you're super cheerleading for it every day, every minute, every second. You have to be able to criticize it, and legitimately. Don't just crap on it. And I think calling out where Phobies is lacking is both fine and fair. But you gotta give it its due. There's so many awesome things about Phobie, and that's why I criticize the things that I do, because it just sticks out like a sore thumb. Little detail about Rocket Man, he leaves little footprints that feel like a reference to footprints on the moon. I haven't noticed that. I'll have to look for it the next time he moves. But to get back to the game, there is a lot of stuff going on here. I don't really know about the bow mangles here, but it does have time because we have a 4-2 panic point advantage hero. Yeah, I agree. I'm always trying to be objective about everything. It's hard to, and I understand people getting worked up about things or not. I don't see the footprints. Oh, no, I see him. I see him now. I think that's more supposed to be ice. I think there's supposed to be ice on the footprints. This could be a cool thumbnail, too. You can kind of see it here. I feel like that's supposed to be ice or snow, but I could see the moonwalk reference. We do get a bad sushi hit, chat. It happened. It's happening! And what's funny is this Blast-o-matic, level 7 Blast-o-matic, over 3,400 health, it's like this is going to connect, and who cares? To be honest, the caps in this game is a major drawback for me. I understand it to a degree, but it feels a little too strict. I think the concern is botting, Irk. It's not necessarily that a human being, like a regular human, it sounds weird to say, but like an actual human playing the game, even if they played it to the point where it would be unhealthy, like legit unhealthy, you would still probably not be able to complete anything dangerous as far as, like, you're getting the whole collection in a week. You're just not doing that. I don't think it's possible. But if somebody could bot the game and just queue up a bazillion games, that's where I think that the Phobies team was concerned. Honestly. Ice Age Gaming, I mean, it's happening. You know what we need, chat? We need a moose Phobie. I want an undead moose. Ooh, look at that laser. Bwom. Barzo's probably the best freeze counter. I would say Hevo. Hevo 3.0. I think that's pretty solid, because then, like, your opponent can't even be near the frozen thing. So they walk up, they freeze it with the bushwhackers here, and then you're laying into it. Like, real talk. I know everybody recognizes how big a moose is, but moose are absolutely enormous. They're huge. They will absolutely ruin your day if they wanted to. 100%. 100%. It's also funny when people discover how big wolves are. They're like, oh, well, it's just a big dog. No. It is a colossal dog. And by the way, there's probably like 20 of them. Good luck, pal. Moose or meese? Hey, chat. How do you call a moose? Let's see if anybody knows this joke. Moose probably 6 key undead resurrect phobia. I'd want it to be like a 9 key and have like 10,000 health. The horns are also very big, yeah. It would probably have a charge ability. Like, it would be a bigger Mr. Tramples, but resurrecting. That would probably be super broken. But I think Mr. Tramples. I know we're not talking much about this game, but we're trying to get set up. We still have another 9 turns. We're waiting for the Jeeves to get into position. Some say moose are bigger than Chomp's beard. I highly doubt that, but many have speculated as such. My wife trimmed it again, chat. Hopefully it doesn't look too short. Resurrect HP with 7.5k health. I mean, it would be pretty cool. When I say 10,000 health, I'm exaggerating. That can't be allowed to happen. That's way too much. Wait a second. Could you have hit the jar here? No, because you needed to double move on this. I was going to say, why didn't you hit this with the Blast-o, but you can't. This game actually has been fairly even despite the bad sushi hit, and you would think the game would be over at that spot, right? I mean, look, the Blast-o is going to eat it. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. So this is dead.
Don't you just love the smell of fried circuits in the morning?
Ooh, this turn was a beating, chat. Which we saw coming like a mile away, but... Yeah, the splash damage. Yeah, the double hit splash. So wait, was this on cooldown? Or did it have to move twice? Yeah, it had to move twice. Because I was going to say, lay a trap right under the Chuck, and the Chuck is clearly going to kill this Blast-o. That's why it didn't move. The bad guy and our hero are out of keys. This is a fairly high-level Chuck. It's over 600 damage. This is a level 13 Chuck, chat. Pay attention now. I think we can see what's about to happen. Get your clip buttons ready, chat. Very interesting thing happening. I hope it's super mundane and it'll be funny. Are we gonna see the return of the Ice Age? Oh no. Look, if you're watching this after the fact, it's the return of the Ice Age. If you love that movie, you're about to have a blast. Cue your Arnold Schwarzenegger puns, because Taco is apparently Mr. Freeze. Ice Age Gaming. Yo, anybody like some frozen fish sticks? Told you I'm the Jeeves master. It's funny because people really do gravitate to some phobies and like it's their thing. I mean, of course, who was it? I think it was Vasey with Chuck for a while. And yeah, I get it. Chuck is really good. There's a lot of people who use Chuck, but there are ones that are good like Jeeves and some of the others that people absolutely have gravitated to. Onda's doing great stuff with the Boom family. DT has been pushing Blast-o-matic and a number of other phobies a lot, including Sucky. Luffy has been championing Rocket Man for forever. We have a variety of people that hang out and chat, which, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, come by the live stream. RTChompGG over on Twitch. You can find that and the Discord link in the description below me. But it's funny to see how people get attached to these phobies and how things work out. I think you mean Steve's. Get them games. All right, so we got a viewer challenge. So, Rock Swan, are you challenging me? Are we doing level 1, or am I challenging you? What are we doing? But yeah, for me, to go back to the previous point, for me, the only difference between playing a person and playing the AI is I know that the person is going to be invested in winning, and it's generally more challenging to have the AI, or excuse me, the person rather than the AI. That's the main draw for me. I don't really care if it's the same person as long as those games are still interesting. All right, ready when you are. But to me, it's generally, as long as the games are good, and I don't, because my wife and I play games together all the time. I mean, we do less now because of real life stuff, but we used to just play against each other, and it would be this card games. It would be the same decks, therefore the same matchups, just over and over and over again, because we enjoyed the play patterns, and we were just having fun. So when I queue up on these sort of games, that's why I always say I don't even look at the name. Most of the time, I don't. In this case, you know, we played Kuro a few times tonight. So that's why we recognize the name. And of course, chat points it out. But in most cases, I don't even recognize... I mean, it's not that I don't recognize the names. If I look at the name, yes, I recognize a lot of them. Once you're at a certain point in the ladder, you know, you're going to see the same names over and over again. But I don't care that it's the same person, even if it's the same gameplay patterns. Now, from the staleness perspective, I kind of get that for other people. It's just not a thing that bothers me, personally. Phobie's low-cost cosplay challenge. Share a low-budget cosplay of yourself or your friend, sibling, pet as any of the Phobies in the Funnies channels. You can recycle everyday materials or stuff you find from home, creating your costume. Include your in-game name. 1 grand prize winner is going to get 20,000 coffee, and 9 winners will get 5K coffee. Deadline is October 27th. Chat, that's a lot of coffee. That's a lot of coffee. Lots. All right, we're back on the carousel. Another viewer challenge here, this time from a virus. Getting a little bit of a different opener here. Slightly different opener. Which makes sense. So they banked a 4. Can Sucky one-shot this stuff? Can, hypothetically, but you go 1, 2, 1, 2. It's going to take too long. We're going to try this, because this was my original plan. I don't know. This is literally game 2 on this map, so we'll see how this works. Rip Sucky Gaming. I really was thinking about it, but I just don't know. I think it's going to take too long, and if I'm going to do it and take too long, what I could have done instead was like Sucky Cassowary. Oh, I guess that would have been the same thing, but like I needed to do this differently, is what it amounts to. I don't know if this is a good idea, but we're going to try it. One of my cats already looks like Razor Mouth, and I take a picture. What you got to do is cut out, like, construction paper to make the big teeth, and then put that, get your cat to wear that for a second, and then try and take the picture. It'll never work, as I'm not a cat expert, but as I understand it, that would probably never happen. But you can try it. Sorry, Chomp, you're asking for something not even a miracle can accomplish. Yeah, that's what I figured. I've been really happy with the new maps. I think for the most part, people like them. Except for Coulrophobia. That seems to be the downvote right now. Take a picture of a fly, add the text and Maggie, and call it a day. That would be funny. Oh my god, this is gonna tank the trap. It's so annoying. Cosplay is sad. Yeah, just... That's actually hilarious. Just take a picture of, like, an empty doorway and be like, oh my god, I found Sasquatch! That would be hilarious. The question is, do you put footprints, you know, say you take a picture of your back door in the backyard, put footprints in the grass or something, or in the mud? Or do you just go all in and just straight up there's nothing there? Take a picture of a blank sheet of paper. Oh no, Taco. I'm gonna try and make my cat become Kaboom? Good luck. Something tells me it's not gonna enjoy wearing a costume. I'm not a cat expert, as I've mentioned on many occasions. Look at this cool tattoo, Sasquatch. I've seen a lot of those jokes. Like somebody said, oh, look at this sweet tattoo of the Predator that I got, or John Cena. Seven keys, huh? Yeah, I don't think they were taking it that far, Scrunkle. I have a black drone that has two lights at the front, just like Morty. That would be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty sweet. You're gonna make your dog into Snowball? I want to see these pictures. My dog, if it was red, would look like Snowball. I think it, like, I'm not gonna do it, but if we dyed her fur red, this red, I think it would look like Snowball. I could Photoshop the flames on or something. Is my dog white? No, it's all black. She is all black. Rip the werewolf dream? True. True. Well, the actual werewolf form is black, isn't it? Just take an image of a spider. Yeah, the one that's hanging out under my bed. We talked about that before. What do we do here? I don't know if this is a good idea, chat, but I kind of wanted to. I hope your toe doesn't look like AWOL. That would be problematic. No way, guys, it's Edgar Allan in real life. That would be funny. Take a picture of a toe or hand, aka Scritch or AWOL. I mean, yeah. Only toes. Yeah, if people start sending in pictures of toes, we might... There's an audience for that. Just saying. Just saying. So that's 750 plus 1450 plus 1550 plus another 700, 21, 223, 425. All for one hit. I don't think that's worth. Ginseng's got no toe. Somebody has to do that. If you have a garden, you could pull up some of the veggies and maybe make it look like ginseng. You're telling me there's literally no gourds that look like ginseng? There has to be one, right? That could be inviting trouble onto destroying a beehive. I feel like you're asking for disaster there. Just build a snowman, get him a red scar, and you have Dozer. That would be pretty cool. Although, I think we're absolutely stretching beyond the bounds of what constitutes cosplay. You know what I mean? The intent is that you get a costume. That being said, I wonder how interested... Like, would the Phobies team accept stuff like that? Because that would be interesting. This invade down here, or this push, we'll call it, may have been ill-advised. I don't know if I like it. Take an image of a zombie and then bam, Jill and Ted. If you have actual zombies to take pictures of, I think there's other... Chat. Oh my god, this game. Sometimes. You may have other things to be concerned about. Like, I'm not an expert, but that seems like there could be problems with this premise.
Play a little dirty.
Take a picture of corn, you'll be fine. didn't get a jack-o'-lantern, Phobie, for the update, so you can't do that. You know what you could do, chat? Get one of those inflatable T-Rex costumes, and then, like, spray paint it. I don't know if you'd end up destroying it. Allosaur and Rocket Man seem possible? What, as cosplays? Rocket Man, probably. An astronaut costume probably is not that expensive, and then just get, like, a toy squid and put it on your head. That would be pretty funny. If both of you take the top panic point, I'll be disappointed. Wait, what? What, because we're going to trade it back and forth? Someone made a really cool Scritch cosplay, basically a black glove and a lighter in their palm. That's pretty cool. Cerberus cosplay. I feel like you'd have to put in a lot of effort to make that happen. I was considering it, Scrungle, because if we end up trading this back and forth, I end up pushing less damage on the heart. It's going to depend on what their next few plays are. This doesn't really do anything, but... Take a Transformer, make it Evo. There aren't really any... I mean, you could do it with Shockwave. He is a Cyclops, but it's not like... Excuse me. Damn. There really aren't any that fit the build. Actually, I take that back. Lugnut could work. There are Transformers toys, like a toy Lugnut actually... Yeah, a animated Lugnut could actually work. You have to, like, paint it and stuff, but... Honestly, spray paint a soda can, cut a cardboard circle, and you have Clinico, more or less. I mean, you're not wrong. Wow, Jill and Ted. See, this is the problem I was talking about. Like, flipping the panic point means that we're not pushing as much damage. It is what it is. Actually, making a Clinico cosplay, like an actual costume, shouldn't be too challenging, right? I think? I'm not a cosplay costume person, so I don't know, but I would imagine just tube, and then something to, like, be the legs, and then you could probably make it all out of cardboard. Like, legit. Yeah, this is not enough damage. And obviously the Jin Sting is dead on retaliation. This is 1400. Is this too aggressive? It's 370, 590. That's dead for free. I know I'm just moving things back, but I realize that, like, this positioning change doesn't impact anything. I can still do what I want to do. There are other more sanitary ways to accomplish that, Taco. You could just use lemonade. I'll let everybody out there on YouTube use their imagination for what the discussion is. I need my grandpa to cosplay Boomer. Well played, girl. Well played. Somebody made a really realistic looking 3D model of Barzilla. Well, I gotta take my turn. A bunch of these just die for free if I do what I want to do. I should have sent something in, though. Should have sent something in, because we're going to lose this stuff for free anyway. This is risky. Yeah, this was somewhat expected, and I don't know that we trade favorably afterwards either. Might have been a throw, chat. This is 350, so it dies in one hit to this. So where was that 3D model comment? Made a really realistic 3D model of Barzilla, edit into a random city picture, make it big, put some Snapchat captions. That would be pretty cool. And they kind of have to go after this. I think we've got him, chat. This should be lethal this turn. Okay, never mind, they saw it. Because otherwise I run the cassowary through and then recap a bunch of points and the game's over, basically. So that's 6, 725. I mean, they could kill the cat, but then they're in range of the Barzilla, and it's not going to end well. Nothing like forcing those jokes, right, Scrungle? Nothing like forcing those jokes. GG.
Is almost ours. Smell their fear and
Get there, chat. The streak is back on. GG, well played. GG. Alright, so this game is this one. So our hero here is Mike. We get another Opticon breakdown here, and we're zoning in, and the notes are, Morty is a menace to society. We got some Morty gaming, chat. We got some Morty gaming. This ought to be good. Well, again, Opticon's now out of the pool, which I'm a little surprised. That was something I forgot to talk about tonight. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow, chat. But I'm unclear, like legit unclear, on what exactly is the rotation pattern. Map rotations feel completely random. That's exactly, you took the words out of my mouth, Irk. You took the words right out of my mouth. It feels as though the rotations are just random. Now, I could understand, we'll say, pinning some of the maps if the team wants data on it. Wow, this is a really early Jill, it feels like. Oh, we got Jill and Ted. We got the newly deads. But I don't know. It's weird. Because we got the floor's lava for legitimately, what, 8 weeks? 9 weeks? It's finally gone, thank God. But then I don't know, Opticon came and went. Now, there was a little bit of screwiness due to the patch. You know, they had to force certain things. I guess you could call this a long-distance relationship. Well done. Well done. It was 8 weeks of the floor is lava. Yeah, it was a long time. And that is... Even if you like that map, I think many people recognize that it's painful. And many people don't like it. I think if you don't like it, or if you do like it, rather, you accept that people don't like it. And here's the thing, because I'll pause it so that we can get back to the game, but this is also funny-looking Jin Sting. But even if you don't like Coulrophobia and you think Floor's Lava is worse, or is better, rather, and Coulrophobia is worse, here's the thing. Coulrophobia is still a new map. So, A, there's no way that everybody's sorted everything out yet. And B, it's still the new map, so we had to add it into the rotation. What sticks out as a weird sore thumb is the Floor's Lava just sat there for, like, forever. We haven't gotten the penny drop since week 2 of the game releasing. It hasn't showed up since. Absolutely, he's got the bad guy laugh going, But anyway, we get some Morty gaming, so let's see how much of a terror Morty is. See how much of a terror Morty is. Because word on the street is Morty's pretty dangerous. Word on the street is Morty is pretty dangerous. So chat, I'm going to put this in here also. I do want to bring it up tomorrow, so hopefully you guys remind me. There have been comments about getting shorter streams. Or shorter stream recaps. So if I split, like, the games that I play and the replays into stream recap A, and then put the random discussions in stream recap B, or just split the discussions off as a different video or something, would you rather them be shorter, or do you like the fact that you can just hit play on this and have me in the background yapping? We get a snipe in the north here. As we get back to the actual game. I assume Ted is not long for this world. There's no way he can be. This just... I don't know why these stayed here. Yeah, that seems weird. Yes, it's a big aggression, but I don't see any way you kill this primate right now. I don't see any way you kill this primate. Still even on panic points. This is potentially scary. Yeah, you don't want to kill this even by accident, because if you do and you get pulled forward, then this can leap off the stem plus all this, or actually it would be more damage just to leap at you rather than off the stem, but bad guy's being pretty aggressive here, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, you have the Gin Sting on the stem, but I think you kill Primate and Jar here, and there's no real follow-up to kill the Klepto, even though this is on... Like, this is where it is. Because, yeah, you do this. Oh, you're gonna do it this way? Okay, so Morty kills the Primate. This is a little weird. Because you don't have... The combination of these... Actually, it might not kill it. 1, 2, 3... You could get it with a snowball, though. Like, you hit it once with this, you hit it with this, and then you snowball and you kill Morty. Yeah, the B brothers are on the board. Although on opposite sides. Ooh, elect to stay in order to kill the Klep. This is bold. This is a bold move, Cotton. Ray Chargels or not, I don't know about this bad guy. Granted, our hero doesn't seem to be in a spectacular position. But Hevo's going to take down the Gin Sting. Oh, baby! Oh my god, chat, this is awesome. So we're talking about how this is, I guess, evidence of Morty's lethality. Look at this. Morty just sneaking in there, taking down Ray Chargels, leaving just scraps for Snowball. Oh, baby. Who's Cotton and why is Cotton Ball? That is savage. That was pretty savage. I didn't immediately see that. This was a good heads-up play by our hero. I mean, obviously Morty's not long for this world, but or is it? Wait. Are you not going to hit Morty? Are you really going to leave Morty alive still? Bad guy. Not like this. Oh my god. Are you serious right now? How many hits has this Morty gotten? Like 4 hits? How often does that happen, chat? It's basically non-existent, right? Are you gonna heal Morty? Oh my god. What? Chat! Metabot on Morty? What level's the Morty? Level 10. Bad guy, you cannot leave this Morty around. Baby, what is you doing? This one's going in the highlight reel, chat. I gotta make a clip out of this. I'm just gonna pull every Morty hit.
Taught and retort is shown as torture. Those that fear you make you stronger.
I don't... Like, seriously, I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words. This is like the 4th or 5th Morty hit. Baby, what is you doing? Okay, the Morty's finally dead, but talk about value. How... You can't let Morty do that. Morty's just shredding here. Oh my god, and bad guy. Just in range of the stem constantly. Yeah, Morty's bloodlusted. This was a good play. The yoink into the double hit, but... Is this back off cooldown? Is this back off? Oh my god. This is just brutal. This isn't just Morty, chat. This Metabot has put in work, too. I mean, it healed Morty, first of all. Second of all, it got this monster heal on this Hevo. There's nothing bad guy can do from this stage. You just straight up can't. You have no keys. Stim Metabot. How often do you see that? Never seen these bots? Exactly. But here's the thing. You generally don't see them live this long, and there's a reason for that. This is the reason. This is what happens when you let Morty live. This is what happens when you let Morty live. Chat. This was bonkers. I'm surprised it's as close as it is. Well, the Morty took some positioning. I feel as though Bad Guy played into it for not a ton, but a significant amount. It mattered how much they played into this. Is the Morty going to get the final hit? Or the Metabot Sniper! For this particular Phobie stream, yeah, we got not quite as much stuff in as we usually do because we had a variety of things, a little bit of arena, some game reviews, some highlights, some discussions. We're going to be swapping over to variety. If you want to come see some live Phobies action or some variety games, hit up the Random Slots live stream over on Twitch, RTChompGG. Link is in the description alongside the Random Slots Discord. And as always, of course, the likes and subscribes do help because trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. Like I said, that's going to do it for this time. So as always, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And Black Lives Matter.